This is a Fox News alert now. Israel and Lebanon are on the brink of an all-out war. We've just heard reports of a new rocket attack. Yes, a new rocket attack on Israel that injured 7 people. It comes as Hezbollah terrorists threaten to attack Israel's major port city. Meanwhile, the Israeli army says there's no place in Lebanon that's off limits for an airstrike. We have 2 reporters in the middle of all the action. We got Mike Tobin, he's on the northern Israel side over on the Lebanese border. But first we go out to Greg Burke live at the video phone in Beirut at the airport in Lebanon, which was already hit. Greg.
Good morning, guys. Well, the Islamic resistance says if Beirut is in fact hit, they are going to strike back at Haifa, the port city in Israel. They never have reached Haifa before. It's a question whether or not they can, but certainly big war of words here and certainly some war on the ground as well. Now, the Israelis were saying earlier today that there is no safe place. That is asking them to get out of the suburbs in southern Beirut, where a lot of the Hezbollah is based, basically saying they're going to make good on their threats to hit anywhere they want to. They showed a little bit of that overnight, hitting some places just outside Beirut and also destroying all the runways here at the airport, 3 major runways working there. The airport is completely shut down. Israel has also set up a naval blockade, so basically shutting down the economy of the country in large part. Now, the southern part of the country, that all started yesterday, has also continued today. They've knocked out bridges, basically cutting off the south from the rest. The Israelis have also moved into control about 20 kilometers, so about 12 miles section of Lebanon down there in the south. So while the Israelis are not yet calling it a war, it certainly is an invasion in that part of the country. And finally, guys, we can just tell you what the feel is here in the city. Early this morning, people were still out jogging on the streets and things like that, but basically the frenzy is growing. You see really long lines at the gas station. We were looking at some of the people in the grocery stores just stocking up on absolutely everything. They've been through this before. They know what it's like. They're getting ready for the long haul.
Hey, Greg, when you talk about Hezbollah, people think terrorist organizations, they're with face paint on, wearing camouflage outfits. But as a political organization, can you find them? Do they actually walk the streets? Do they have offices?
They actually have a PR office. We had a producer yesterday who was in that office in the morning when the news came out that these 2 soldiers were abducted, and he was telling her, you know, hey, these kind of operations take a long time to work. They actually do have a public face. I was here a year ago. We were all sitting in an outdoor cafe, and he was telling me who was who among all of them. There were a lot of Hezbollah among them.
Right. And, Greg, one other quick question. Does it feel on the streets of Beirut like something big is happening?
It definitely does. You got the first feel of that last night. When I landed yesterday afternoon, we were coming here for another story, actually, so it was total luck. But when I landed, some people were telling me, oh, it's just a problem in the south, no big deal. That changed last night. You could already tell people were not going out. A lot fewer people on the streets, although just to give you an idea that there is some support for what happened, too. There were some celebrations on the streets for the fact that they were able to abduct those 2 soldiers.
All right, Greg Burke, live in Beirut.